Yo, that's what's up, family. That's right. You are in tune to Roots and Culture Radio right here on KWVA Eugene. We got some special guests with us down here in the studio. We got Soul Seed. And if you're from Eugene, if you're from Oregon, if you're from the West Coast in general, you already know about these guys because these guys are shaking up the town. They've been doing big in the local scene with the Eugene Weekly. We already told you 2 times Eugene's favorite band, 1 time Eugene's next thing, big thing, and we're going to be seeing more and more of that, I'm sure. They've been touring hard all up and down the West Coast. They're about to be out in Hawaii, and they're keeping it going. They got a new album out, soon to drop this spring, Family Tree, and we're going to hear all about it. But before we do, we want to introduce them. Soul Seed, welcome to the studio. Yo, bless, fam. Let's get your mics up all the way so we can hear you proper. So why not let y'all introduce yourselves individually and tell us what you're doing in the band, what your part is.
Absolutely. Sky, percussion, didgeridoo, rap singing.
Michael, singing, playing guitar.
Kenny, lead guitar.
Benny, bass and vocals.
Magic Mike, playing drums and singing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, y'all want to tell us a little bit more about Soul Seed and where y'all came from and how you got together?
Our roots are in Southern Oregon and Medford open mic. The 3 of us, Mike, Benny, and myself, Magic, met and did big things. Wanted to take music on professionally. Came up to Eugene. Some of us sought after school. Some of us started working, and then eventually we finally just took music on full time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, where did Soul Seed, where the like band, the origins of name and all that, how'd that kind of like come together?
Well, it used to be the mics when it was just started off with me and Magic Mike playing acoustic, and all of a sudden we started getting some Bennies and Kennys, and it wasn't working out so well anymore. So we were like, we gotta come up with a new name. So we were thinking Soul Seed, like SOUL, which we just kind of liked, and then we just, I don't know, we like sunshine music, like feeling good and the good vibrations of that, so we wanted to incorporate kind of like sunshine with the name.
That's what's up. So that's a perfect transition. What would you all say Soul Seed is about? If somebody didn't know like what Soul Seed is, what are y'all trying to do with Soul Seed?
I'd say what Soul Seed's all about is trying to bring out the light in everyone, reach beyond the limits that we normally see every day in culture and everything, and try to just bring out the best in everyone, make everyone feel good, and let their light shine.
That's what's up.
Yeah, the whole thing kind of came together by chance. We just kind of, it was really serendipitous how we all came together, and then it kind of turned into a movement. And that movement is kind of just that idea of a movement and a positive movement, and just trying to change the world in our own little way. It's pretty awesome to stand behind,
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about that. The way the movement's a good one because, y'all have grown pretty rapidly in the last couple of years and seen a lot of success, I would say, regionally. You want to talk a little bit about that feeling of coming from, playing the like open mic scene to now being able to sell out pretty decent sized shows now?
Yeah, I think it's been an amazing transformation for all of us. These guys are kind of rolling as I joined Sky here, and they just kind of picked up, and we're playing locally a little bit. Went on a tour here, went on a tour there, and now we're going over to Hawaii for a second time. Started moving further east, getting some more music out, opening them for nationally running artists and things like that. So it's all kind of happening really quick, and it's a lot of it's been just family and friends. The support that we get is unbelievable. I mean, we're on the road. Being able to crash on someone's couch and get a nice home-cooked meal is a big deal,
Sure.
So being able to have all those things, it just keeps us motivated to go. And the response we get from our music and just kind of our general vibe as people is constantly positive. And so it's kind of that, you get in what you put out. And so we try to stay positive and always move forward.
Pretty much just take it one day at a time, and then every opportunity opens up the door for another opportunity. And that's just kind of the growth. It just happens real naturally, just putting hard work into it.
Yeah, what kind of, like, on the levels of hard work, if somebody else is trying to come up the same way you all are, what would you say that somebody should do? Like, what kind of moves does one need to make to see forward progress in this industry today?
Constantly motivated. I mean, anything you're going to do, if this is your passion, if you're serious about it, anything you're going to do, there's going to be naysayers, there's going to be negative, and just kind of comes with it. It's not always hate or anything. It's just, some people don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel as you do. And for us, we're constantly motivated, picking each other up. If someone's down, we're there for them. We're constantly focusing on the positive. And as busy as we are with our schedule, shows coming up, albums coming out, touring, looking forward. I mean, we're 4 or 5 months out already, just thinking about the next thing all the time, and that keeps us motivated and going forward constantly.
And I'd say if music is like really, really your passion, or it's something you really want to pursue and make it your life's main focus, I would say don't have a backup plan. Make music your main and your only plan, because if you have a backup plan, that's what you're gonna end up doing.
You gotta love the people you're playing music with too.
That helps.
Like if you're doing the band thing, then you gotta love the people you're in a band with, because you're gonna spend a lot of time with them.
A lot of us.
Yeah. And I actually that's cool, because Sky, something you brought up, and then exactly that I wanted to ask about the band vibe. These days we're seeing the industry has changed the industry in a lot of ways. Like it's more lucrative the fewer mouths you have to feed.
Yeah,
and the way that the machine has kind of been created, it's just as easy to support a single artist as it is a whole band. Yeah. But I think you all would say that there are benefits of the band situation. You want to talk about being in a band and what y'all are seeing from that perspective?
It is definitely harder making as much money, because of course you have to split it up amongst more people, but it's worth it. You get the camaraderie on the road, especially when you're touring all the time. You get that live music vibe when you're playing a show that I feel like people really like, even though it's starting to get more and more rare these days. And yeah, I think my favorite thing is the camaraderie, man. You need that. You need that that brotherhood or sisterhood, that family.
And to add what Kenny was saying, for me, and I think all of us individually, I have so much fun on stage as we're playing music, just watching them jam too. I think we're all digging the music and what all of us put into it. That the energy put off from the stage is very organic, very natural, just in the moment. We do a lot of kind of freestyle jams and things like that, just reading the crowd and things, and it keeps all of us amped all the time. I mean, we're playing 3 hours of music 4 days a week. I mean, if you add it up on paper, it seems pretty ridiculous, but honestly, it's just the energy, constantly flowing and picking each other up. We're always making new music, keeping the vibe high and focusing on that goal, whatever it may be, big or small.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. Well, maybe that's the symbol right there. Maybe we should test out, see what that energy's like acoustic right here in the studio. Y'all got a song for us?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this song's called Waking Up. It's about spirituality that, trying to reach beyond language.
the hatred to foster the love. You can raise our vibrations and give me the patience to keep my head up. Say, I feel your spirit, no face, no name. Your music I hear it, no race, no game. I'm waking up to a dark night. Clouds hanging over my head, sure by my side through these hard times, lifting me up from the depths. I'm waking up to a dark night. These clouds hanging over my head, sure by my side through these hard times, lifting me up from the depths. My body fell to pieces of an ancient sign. Spirit come back to you. I and I is you, you and I is everyone. One vibration, love vibration. Waking up to a dark night, with these clouds hanging over my head. You're by my side through these hard times, lifting me up from the depths. I'm waking up to a dark night, with these clouds hanging over my head. You're by my side through these hard times, lifting me up from the depths.
Yo, what you saying, family? You liking Soul Seed? Soul Seed sounding real nice in here for sure. Yo, enough thanks, Brethren. The tune sounding real good, real heights, you know. The mix even feeling real good too on the headphones. So that's what's up. Yo, it makes me think how many of the item are singers, how many people are participating in the progress. I'm curious if y'all would like to talk about that process of writing music. You talked a little bit about the dynamics of being in a band. But tell me about how you all go together about writing a song. And I know so many of you are lyricists and singers and rappers and the whole vibe.
Yeah, it's different every single time. There is 5 of us currently, and we all have ideas. We do a really good job in the practice room of voting and deciding, you know, if we have 2 ideas, we'll practice both and all agree, like, okay, we like this one the most, go with it. Things are ever evolving, our music is ever changing. It's we'll play a song live and be like, you know, I wasn't feeling like this part, let's change it up, do this to it. But initiating songs, it's usually one person will either write, you know, the whole thing, they just feel it, they come up with the chord progression, write a song, come back to us, and we all kind of put our input in and create something. Or it's, you know, maybe 2 people, like, yo, you take a verse and I'll take a verse, then we'll have a chorus, and every time it's different. But that's something I love about our music is we're not one style. We try to create different styles of music and play all different types of music and just vibe different styles and feel it. So it's a learning experience every time. It's fun.
Yeah.
I just want to add kind of a quick story. We were on our way back from Missoula, Montana, on our way to Eugene. Course of events landed us at the Wow Hall recently, opening up for the Green, which is an awesome opportunity and such a blessing for us.
Yeah, we reasoned with Zion not too long ago here on the program.
Awesome. It was an awesome trip, just kind of spur of the moment. But on the way over, we had a 12-hour ride, you know?
Yeah.
So passing time, we just started making songs. And actually 2 songs coming up on this album were written on the bus ride from Missoula to Eugene. And it's just kind of just kind of spur of the moment, influence, and just kind of like, we're just sitting there pen and pad on the road, slamming down some chords and seeing where it goes. And we're all very open to each other's opinions and, ideas on maybe where we should take things, and trust each other, which is really important.
Yeah. It's like, most importantly, it's never, this is my project, this is my song. It's always, a huge majority of our stuff has come from improvisational jamming. just channeling something, and oh, that's an awesome hook, or that's a great melody line, keep that, let's build on that, let's work on that, then we all do it as a whole. So it's never, hey, I wrote this song, let's all play it, this is my project, so it kind of creates that really awesome brotherhood where we're all equally invested in each part of the music on a kind of a micro scale and a macro scale, and that, I think, provides a lot of, it just keeps it fresh and it keeps it fun for us.
And we do have 4 vocalists, which keeps inspiration.
Yeah. So do people generally write their own lyrics? Is that
Yep.
Yeah.
so? Like whoever's singing or chanting the part, they're usually the one that wrote those lyrics.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
and
usually
sometimes-
we help each other. But
Yeah, sometimes we help each other figure out lines and stuff like that. But
Sure.
yeah.
So
Most of the time
we all like each other's writing styles, and we
Yeah.
all help each other out. Yeah, we have a different flavors slightly, but it's all kind of on the same.
Something I want to add to what Sky was saying. I mean, yeah, this album coming up, Family Tree, is going to be so fresh. It's fresh to us. I mean, some of these songs are so new. It's like I'll hear it and be like, oh man, I love this song. It's like, it's
Writing them in the
new.
studio.
We really even started performing it. So yeah, something to look forward
Yeah.
to.
Nice. Well, on that note, maybe we should hear another song. I don't know if it's a new one or not, but let's hear another song. We can talk about that album a little more.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna play the title track off our this upcoming album called Family Tree.
Perfect.
And this one goes out. This one's dedicated to our family, everyone, blood, and every single fan, every single friend that we've made through this music, and everyone who's given us the love and support to, make us realize that, it's
This is something worth doing.
And
Something we're
everyone who
doing,
donated to our Kickstarter, making this album possible. So
Yeah,
this
big
is
thanks
Family
to-
Tree. Is what it's all about.
Keep on adding benches to the family tree. That we spread it out from the soul seed. And that's the reason why our roots grow deep. Our roots grow deep, yeah. Keep on adding benches to the family tree. That we spread it out from the soul seed. And that's the reason why our roots grow deep. Our roots grow deep, yeah. Plant the seed in the dirt, sunshine, as we work to let it grow strong, to help it grow. Walking through it on our own, so we need helping souls and family to let it grow strong, to help it grow.
Now we love and supporting local vibes from the fashions of our hometown. Creating the stage and setting the pace, yeah, this is how we throw down. You people keep us moving, yeah, these rhythms keep you grooving. So stop what you're doing and let the music take you higher. Yeah, we feel the love, feel the love. Bring the love, bring the love. Yeah, we feel the love, feel the love. It's a feeling that fuels the fire. Yeah, feel the love, feel the love. Bring the love, bring the love. Feel the love, feel the love. It's a feeling that fuels the fire.
Keep on adding benches to the family tree. That we spread it out from the soul seed. And that's the reason why our roots grow deep. Our roots grow deep, yeah.
Universally we're one, brothers of the song, provided by our family and growers of our love. Nurturing our lyrics from the power of the sun, spreading out our roots on this muddy and fun. Always playing music and putting out the vibe, blowing like the leaves and we frozen in time. Dropping off our seeds as they germinate right, yeah.
every single breath my family tree is being made. I'm amazed, what can I say, for the love that comes our way. The people, the places that host us on the journey every day. And we cannot tell you how much we adore doing everything that you do for us. Your love and your light and a smile so bright is magically contagious. We're open arms at every show. We're family now, so feel the love, feel the love. Bring the love, bring the love. Feel the love, feel the love. It's a feeling that fuels the fire. We feel the love, feel the love. When you bring the love, bring the love. Yeah, we feel the love, feel the love. It's a feeling that fuels the fire. We feel the love, feel the love. When you bring the love, bring the love. Yeah, we feel the love, feel the love. It's a feeling that fuels the fire. Feel the love, feel the love. Bring the love, bring the love. Yeah, we feel the love, feel the love. It's a feeling that fuels the fire. Yeah.
Yo, fire. That's what's up. I love to hear so many parts coming together in one. I mean, the harmony vibes, all the different vocalists, hearing 3 guitars in here going tough, the percussion. Wow. Sounding really nice in here. So enough thanks for that. We're looking forward to the album. Let's talk about the new album, Family Tree. I think you already brought it up, but one of the interesting things about this album is that you all funded it with a Kickstarter campaign. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was a really amazing. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. We had this realization. A couple, friend bands, homies from around the area had done Kickstarters to fund their albums, and we thought, oh, that's a really great idea.
Yeah.
Let's so this whole idea of crowdfunding is a relatively new thing, and Kickstarter's great because it's all or nothing. And so, you have this platform that you set up, and you can really just promote through that, but it kind of creates that feeling of kind of urgency, and everyone has a part to make it happen. It's like make it or break it,
Mm-hmm.
So we had a really successful Kickstarter. We were aiming for 5,000, and we ended up making a little over 75.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just amazing. We're so incredibly filled with gratitude for all the amazing people that came out and donated and really had a part in this whole process.
And that was able to help cover studio time,
all of it,
first printing, that kind of thing.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Even some
some guest artists and
being able to pay some guest people to come in.
And,
because it's awesome. The whole concept behind the album is the fact that we're trying to grow this family tree. So we have Frankie Hernandez, who's like one of our mentors. He's in there playing trumpet with us. Graham, who was on our last album, was our saxophone player, and he doesn't really play with us that often anymore, mainly just local shows, so he'll be on there. And it's awesome, man, being able to bring people in and make this album as good as we can make it. And we need other people's help to do that. So
that's what's up. So you want to tell us more about the album? What's the vibe of the album?
All over the place.
A lot of vibes. I think what Magic said earlier is, truly we are, a lot of these songs we've had around for a while. We're finally getting around to recording them and getting them out. They're becoming fresh again. Some of these are literally, being written now. I mean, it's right now. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, we wrote a couple on the road, and it's just constantly progressing. And there's a lot of different, a little more Latin groove, a little more dancehall, a little more ska, a little roots. I mean, we're really all over the place. I think that's just attuned to all of us have extremely different backgrounds outside of reggae music, which is nice. You know, I think it brings just a different flavor to everything, and we really pride ourselves and try to create products that everybody can reach out to. There's something for everybody, you know, depending on whatever your background is, your preferences. You know, we try to kind of have that, and it's nice to have all those different kind of vibes.
I gotta big up Tello Studio and Chris.
Cool.
I mean, something that's so incredible is we're given this chance to take our time, which is a rarity in this business.
It is.
When you're recording. So we're taking our time. We're making things sound perfect, you know? If it's not right, we fix it. And that's such a blessing that they're waiting for us and telling us, you know, we've learned so much in this process about tone, about everything. So it's great. I gotta say, you know, thank you to them. It already sounds amazing, and it's only just begun.
That's what's up.
And as Kenny was saying, we have a 3-piece horn section that actually was really awesome. It was on the spot. Frankie Hernandez drove up from Southern Oregon, and we spent a half a day laying out some horn lines for really?
More than half,
Yeah, more than half. And Graham and his buddy from Jazz, Sam came out, and they just, the three of them, it took maybe 15 minutes per song, and just laid down that 3-part horn line. And just like what that did to the sound, what that did to the vibe was incredible, you know. So it's just like all these little things.
Live horns are a nice addition to anything going for a roots reggae sound or a Latin sound, or
They just make it sound so much better.
Exactly.
Add a lot of credibility to it.
Nice. And then, so how would you say this album is like a progression from the previous works?
Well, we've all progressed as musicians a lot. You know, we all started this movement when we were all pretty young and pretty green musicians, and so it's really just kind of clocking our development as musicians and people live.
And we're getting in the studio, which is huge for us. Most of our albums have been done at home, which we're blessed to have, like the skill and the technology these days to record at home. But it's just so great to work in a professional space, and it sounds, you know, it's gonna show. People are gonna notice.
That's what's up. Well, besides the new album, I know we got a new tour. I want to talk about that in a minute, but what else are we going to see from Soul Seed in 2014? You guys got some goals? Like, what's the mission?
Sky's the limit, man. Try to keep it, you know, try to keep it constantly moving. You know, we're heading to Hawaii in 6 days. And then, you know, we're going to make another run down the West Coast, just trying to head farther east. You know, maybe some bigger things, like leaving the country and playing with bigger acts. I mean, a lot of these things are kind of in the works, and just, you know, constantly just waking up with a new motivation every single day. So, I mean, you know, we set goals for ourselves, big and small.
Right.
Achieve some of them, don't achieve others, but it's constantly fresh. You know, I mean, we're constantly moving, and it feels natural too. We're not rushing things. Just staying focused and staying motivated, and all of us, you know, play a huge role in just what Soul Seed is. From booking shows to contacting people to networking to, you know, writing music to traveling, finding a place to stay. You know, I mean, there's a lot that goes into what we do that is kind of behind the scenes, and so as long as that engine is, you know, running smoothly.
Since August, we all quit our day jobs to do this full time.
Wow.
So, you know, it's like you said, the sky's the limit. We're all putting 100% of our energies into this movement and this kind of way of life to really make it happen, and really make it successful. And successful is, as kind of a relative term, we just want it to thrive.
Take it as far as we can.
Yeah, take it as far as we can. Pretty stoked where it's going.
That's what's up. So you threw away the backup plan, and now you're on it.
Boom!
No backup plan
so far.
Yeah, right? It's been working.
Y'all living off that $7,500 Kickstarter.
That's right, man.
That's how guys are doing.
Living it up.
It goes to album horns and burritos.
Very good. So I know y'all got a third jam for us. You want to give us that next song?
Sure.
Yeah.
Salute.
This is one of those ones where it's like this is an old one that we mixed up, and me and Sky kind of talked about, well, let's trade off a couple verses, and this is something different, you know, it's, lyrically. So
Cool.
Yeah.
In this land of destruction, people fight for solution. We'll find a way, yeah. In this world of destruction, people search for solution. We'll find a way, yeah.
The lessons to life is to make the mistakes. You'll learn from the breaks as you build in the state. Is a happy young love with passion for change. Look at yourself for the message it takes. Construct your faith, bridges are made, connections in place, fix up your pain. The physical soul has a path to make, so you'll grab it up and you'll be the change.
Take the rain, use your brain. Worry too much and you go insane. Never wanna wear a frown on my face. I'm becoming the motor with a golden chase. Soul shines bright, energy light. Gonna rope some rap will tie it tight. Life's too short to feel down. For the rule of your own, never wear the crown.
In this land of destruction, people search for solution. We'll find a way, yeah. In this world of destruction, people search for solution. We'll find a way, yeah.
Work is the itch, but life is it, so you gotta just keep on struggling for it, cause every single day is a moment for praise. Give it all up to the gods of faith, love and magic and music to change emotions and motives and this energy. Set the clear free, life's cup of tea, this music it comes and it fills me.
Up, so I fill my cup, half full, lose control, living in love, believable. Life's so good, I achieve my goal. Feel around me, soul surrounds me, never feel that I ever got enough. That's about living, not being tough. Every line, every thought that I had it rough.
It's an everyday struggle. Breathe down and review from the rubble. Slow steps set our way through the trouble. Work is hard and the change is slow sometimes. I can lose my way, regret my path and forget my place. But be slow, everything's okay. One more step forward,
Word. Yo, Eugene, that right there is why you voted them best band for the last 2 years. That's what's up. Sounding nice down here at KWVA. If you're just tuning in, this is Roots and Culture Radio. KWVA Eugene 88.1 FM, KWVAradio.org. We are in session with Soul Seed, giving us some hot acoustic tunes. We got 5 members down here just running red, you know, and we giving thanks really and truly. It's a joy. So on some kind of different next medi topics, I've noticed like in all y'all's music, you deal with a lot of consciousness and positivity. Whether it's calling out problems you see in the world and looking for solutions, or just sort of uplifting the individual vibe of a man or a woman, or even some lovers vibes. All of it's in a positive, uplifting kind of a way. Do you all feel that as musicians you have a responsibility in any sort of a way regarding those topics?
I think we have I think it's more of a privilege to I guess like have that kind of access to people's hearts and to people's minds. You know, like that's it's so rare that people have something that they want to express that other people find appealing, I guess. And it's a blessing and it's an honor to have that and to be able to put out vibes that lift people up through that music, and to be able to have that opportunity is I'm very thankful for it.
True.
It's the experience of life and art, and anything's available to talk about. We try to touch on everything and just look inside of ourselves and look at the world around us, and try to get inspired to just, even if it's a negative thing, we definitely try to put a positive twist on it, but we, enjoy love, and we understand pain and like experiencing it all. It's, it's a blessing to be alive.
And it helps that we're all really positive people too. So that's just kind of what like pours out naturally, is that positive vibe.
Music's such a great way to spread that too and get it to like, as many people as you possibly can. And it's like, we do touch on those topics, and I feel like those are topics that should be touched on, especially in reggae music. And it's really awesome right now because reggae music is just like a lot of different people listen to it, and there's a lot of people all over the world that love reggae music. And the fact that reggae kind of has there's a lot of conscious music out there, and there's a lot of unconscious, not unconscious, but reggae music out there that's not consciously driven. And so it's really great to be able to utilize reggae music, which is such a great style of music, to put out this positivity that we're trying to put out and reach a lot of people doing it, like all up and down the West Coast, all over the world, and like radio stations like this help us do it even more, and it's really awesome to be able to do that.
Yeah, and our message is very simple. I think it's not, we don't have any of the answers. We just want to get everybody together talking about it. So that's I think what the point of our music is to bring everybody in the same room and get them talking about all these questions together and hearing each other's ideas, rather than coming out and saying, hey, we have the answers for you, take these from us. It's getting the conversation going.
Right. Truly. One thing we do down here is we pay a lot of respect to the elders, the ones that built the foundation for reggae music. And I'm sure you all get some heat occasionally about the fact that your Caucasian brethren that are playing like a sufferer's music, black people's music. How would you all say that you are honoring the music of reggae as a form, and the elders that are in many cases, living on the street, that put some of the biggest songs on the radio that we know? And I'm not saying y'all are getting rich yet, but hopefully soon.
We'll see.
Yeah, go through.
I think there's a lot, we have to be very respectful. We have to be very thankful for what people have given the world as far as expression, as far as taking pain and turning it into something positive. I think there's, a lot of pain that none of us have ever experienced and never will experience, that we can never understand. And our best respect is to try and give all people in the world respect, and to bring all people together, and to really get them, talking together. And I think that this day and age, it's about oppression and oppressors, and those who are oppressing them. And I personally think that the only way to really move past that is for everyone to kind of come together and say, hey, we're all causing each other pain,
just breaking down those boundaries and bringing everyone together. And reggae's just got that one love heartbeat that everybody can feel inside and recognize, and we just want to touch people, and it's touched us. Reggae music is just what we love to listen to. It's what we've been inspired by, and we love to listen to everything else too. So it's like, it's all just melting together out of our hearts,
Yeah, it's music for the soul. It's food for the soul. We didn't set out to be a reggae band.
Sure.
None of us were really reggae musicians before Soul Seed, and I think it's cool because that comes out naturally, totally naturally. That accent on the 2 and the 4, that uplifting feel. It's infectious. It's contagious. There's no way to deny it. I absolutely love every bit of it. But I think it's important for us to also separate. There's a stigma, I think, a lot that people hear reggae and they think reggae. But I think we kind of are trying to break through those boundaries a little bit and stay away from the red, gold, and green, because again, we are a bunch of Caucasian guys, and we don't play traditional roots reggae. So we're not trying to be that. We're ourselves.
We don't want to mock or try to steal or emulate a culture that's not our own. We were raised in our culture that's taken bits and pieces from that, and we're just trying to pay the most respect and bring it all together.
I would say one more thing to add is I think that our way of paying respect is playing a style of music that has such a culture, and it's not necessarily trying to reach out to that culture. Maybe if it's not true, but it's being true to ourselves. And like many styles of reggae, which we've realized in just the short couple of years we've been touring, Southern California, North Dakota, Montana, Eugene, Oregon, Hawaii. I mean, you're talking completely different styles
South
of
America.
reggae music.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of, every genre has kind of those pockets of styles of how we do it. And we have our own way, our own kind of flavor, to bring to the puzzle. And I think that, people appreciate that we're true to ourselves and we're not trying to be anybody else. We don't expect anyone to be us.
Yeah.
It's just doing what naturally comes to us,
That's real. No, I think that was a powerful response from all angles there. I think that's a good answer right there. So you're talking about seeing all these places, and we were talking a little bit ago about some tour vibes. Y'all just been touring hard this last year, it feels like, man. Like, I just kind of like catch a little Facebook blip here and there, and it's like a tour schedule that includes like 40 dates or something like that. Just some crazy amount of touring y'all have been on. You want to talk about some of the touring you've been doing?
We've let's see, just in the last year we hit California. We hit 5 states this year. A total of roughly 125 shows, 50 plus cities.
In the last year you've done 125 shows?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're probably get up to 200 this year, hopefully.
That's grinding.
And it's fun. We enjoy it, and like I said earlier, it's just constantly seeing that calendar and say, man, we got a couple months filling up. Like, might as well move on to the next one. And just constantly finding goals, but it's Hawaii, Montana, Washington, Idaho, California now, and we keep moving. But California tour was amazing, and that was great. We went all the way down, and like I said just a second ago, it's all those different styles of reggae. A ton of bands. We're so blessed to have all these bands hosting us when they come through, that we are able to have different influences that they bring to the table. We come down with our own style, and we're all kind of like, whoa, it's nice. It's refreshing. Life on the road is fun. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And it's necessary these days, like with the way just the music industry is now. You have to tour in order to do that. Like, stay relevant. I mean, it's not in record sales, or anything like that. It's touring and playing music, and that's the best thing you can do as a band anyway. I mean, I think that has contributed the most to our growth over the last year, is how much we've been touring, because that means you're playing 3 hours every single day, like, no matter what. Like, that's practice every single day, and that's just like,
it's practicing your finest form. It's not lazy practice, it's full practice.
And practice in the music industry too,
and
how the music industry works, which is a whole nother.
Yeah, Sky already said there's a lot going on behind the scenes. It's like playing music's the fun part. There's so many sides of it. Going shows, going on the road, making sure the bus is taken care of, promotion, it's you gotta constantly be thinking 2 steps ahead.
Y'all think you'll be able to add the full-time manager position soon? Like to?
Working on it right now. Right now, actually, we pride ourselves on doing everything in-house, and that's not like we're better than anybody. It's more of just, we call our own shots right now. And we call our own shots, and we all have a part in that, and we enjoy doing it. And, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of emails, it's a lot of phone calls, it's a lot of stress and headaches, but once you get on that stage, it's all just kind of a pat on the back of, man, we made this happen.
Right.
And we know a lot of bands that have management and things like that. We're open to it always, but we really pride ourselves on being able to say when and where we're going to be, who we're going to play with. Because we like to do things a little bit different. We like to play a Monday night when you may not usually, or host a band where maybe it's not lucratively making sense, but we want to do it for the connection. And sometimes those calls aren't really your own at some level. So
basically, it comes down to meeting the right person. Like, we're not trying to force anything. When we end up meeting someone that's just super homey, that can really help us out, and they represent other bands maybe that are around our same like conscious level and music level, and that would be awesome.
That's real.
Yeah. Like with most everything that has come to this band and through this band, it's just it just happens when it needs to happen. You know, that's I'm confident. We're all really confident in that kind of flow of things. It's just like it will happen when it needs to happen and when the time is right.
Well, we look forward to seeing the continued progression and growth. Tell us about this upcoming tour. You got some Hawaii dates lined up?
Yep, we are heading out Wednesday morning, heading over to Oahu for 3 dates. And then we are going to be heading back over to Maui, which we visited 2 Aprils ago. Had an amazing experience over there. Just the aloha vibe is absolutely incredible. Everyone was open arms with us and met a lot of lifelong friends, and we were finally able to get back. Maui, we have 6 dates, so we're looking at about 10 and 20 days, and we also have a little bit of a vacation time in there too, which in our life doesn't really exist. So we're looking forward to it, and get out in the sunshine and meet new people, and again, that different style. That the island reggae is a completely different vibe, and we're looking
and it's big out there, man. Hawaii with full-time reggae radio
culture.
stations and the whole
You're
vibe.
walking down the street and people are bumping out of their cars and it's awesome.
Culture,
I know we prayerfully we'll get there here in Eugene, but 1-2 radio shows at a time we'll get
exactly.
fully. Well, cool. Before we wrap up, Adam, have any final comments for listeners? What do you want to tell the people?
I would just say, first of all, on behalf of all of us, just thank you to everybody that made 2014 just an exceptional year for us. Turning the calendar now, we just played at Sandbon's 2 nights ago. Blew it out. The whole city's got things going on, and people took their time to
I heard that show was crazy.
And, it was awesome. It's so
I saw
fun.
pictures. It looked good.
Yeah, it's good. It's so fun to play for a lot of, here in Eugene where we're not home very often anymore. It's nice to come home and see familiar faces, but also all the new faces that have heard about us and things like that. So, as we turn the calendar, we're just constantly looking forward and recognizing what's behind us and learning from it, and trying to always get better. But this new album, we're all super excited about.
Cool.
It'll be out in the spring. We're still fine tuning, so we'll lock down
June 20th.
Right. Before November of next year.
No deadlines, man. No deadlines.
But if people are feeling the music, they can always find it on our website and Facebook pages, and we're on Twitters and Instagram and all that stuff.
All right, so people know you can just search, I think, Soul Seed, SOLSEED, Soul Seed, and you can find it on all the social media.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all have Reverb Nation, Bandcamp, all those things too?
Yeah.
All right, so enough ways to get the music.
Tons.
Is there music up to purchase on like iTunes or CD Baby or any Amazon or any of that?
And our last EP before that, Rising Roots on iTunes.
Cool. All right, so one can go out and purchase the music online that way. Any other final comments?
Just stay tuned. A lot of big things coming this year. And we're going to be having regular updates coming out concerning upcoming album Family Tree. And one more time, huge thanks and love to everyone involved now. And just this project has really been an amazing journey so far, and more things to come.
Thank you.
Special thanks to James and Chris over at Tele Studios as well. Local here in Eugene. Just one more level to the family tree vibe. The fans build us through the music, and we can only hope to return the favor in our music. And with the Kickstarter and just the support we get on the road and at home, our immediate families, the Soul Seed family, all the musicians we have the privilege of playing with, all of you folks, putting us up. It's a pleasure to be back, and we work with the boys here, and it's constantly growing, and it wouldn't be possible, honestly, without just the love from everyone else. And we definitely do acknowledge it, and we appreciate it from every single person.
Big ups through some culture.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, family. Well, you heard it here. Soul Seed doing it big in 2014. They got the new album, Family Tree, about to drop this spring. They got the music up online. You can go support them. You know what I mean? Help them buy burritos and, do their whole thing. And, you know what I mean? Go get that music if you're feeling it. We're loving the music down here. We're going to play it as we get it. Hopefully we're the first to get that new album so we can bust it for the people. And as we hear about the tour dates, of course, we're going to make you know about those. But for now, Hawaii family, get up online, find the dates that are nearest to you, and prayerfully we'll see you out at the shows. Soul Seed, SOLSEED. SEED, Soul Seed. Yo, we got a big up Dropping Films, Vid by Bill, for bringing the video scene down here tonight. We're going to get that up on YouTube as soon as we can, the full, 4-camera edit tonight. And, we doing how we do. So that's it. Roots and Culture Radio. We got another hour. We're bringing more music for you. But first up, of course, from Soul Seed, off that Grown Deep album, Love Cakes.